Hey guys, this is Cub here with what I'm taking to YCS Atlanta this year. This is going to be my first YCS, so I'm pretty excited. As you may have noticed in my other videos, I usually use Malefics, but I'm not taking Malefics to the YCS for a few reasons. Mainly I just wanted to use a different deck, and I got introduced to a stun deck, sort of like the deck that topped YCS Brighton. A friend I know on Dueling Network named Leif Kassem actually showed me the deck that he was working on, and I took it and tested it and made it to suit my playstyle, and then got it ready for windups and injectors and all that stuff. So this is not a deck profile, so I'm gonna make it sort of quick. I'll talk about a few cards, I guess, but anyway, it's just a basic stun deck. We'll start off with the monsters as usual. 3 Thunder King Ryo, basically staple in any anti-meta deck at 3. 3 Fossil Dyna, again, staple. 2 Breaker, this is really one of my favorite cards in the deck. It draws out Warning and Bottomless and all that stuff so much, and combo it with Safe Zone, and you can get a -2 on your opponent. Plus, it's a nice beat stick, which is always good in anti-meta. This is the newest edition. We got 2 King Tiger Wangus. I've never really liked the card until I started testing it recently against Inzectors and windups and, well, everything, I guess. There's just so much that this card hits and absolutely destroys this format. It's, I have nothing but good to say about the thing. Even mid to late game, the 1700 is always nice. I have 3 proxies here. You're going to see the 3 Ojamas, of course. What better to use for, 3 effect Veilers? I was going to wait another day or so until I got my playmat to do this, but the Veilers wouldn't have been in by then anyway. They'll be in probably the 15th or 16th. So, 3 effect Veilers, no max Cs. I decided against it because I have such a bad matchup to Inzector, and I don't know, I just don't like max C in here, really. 1 Cyber Dragon in the main. Card is just an absolute boss for a main deck. 1 Reaper. I used to run 3, used to run 2. I'd like to run either 2 or 3, but I had to make room for Veiler and, all that stuff. 1 Troll Mole, because it's Troll Mole. And 1 Gale, because, I don't know, Gale is just awesome, and it gives me synchroing ability, which is always nice, because I could actually afford an extra deck this time. That's it for the monsters, 17 monsters. Start off spells, we got 2 duality, not 3. I'd always draw it too much, if that's even possible, whenever I had 3. I don't know, I like the 2 duality and 2 shard ratio. Shard of Greed is amazing in any deck that sets a lot of cards like this. It forces your opponent into tough choices with MST. Either get rid of your resources or let you replenish your hand with more resources. And it, more often than not, it goes off. So I'm pretty happy about that. 2 Smashing Ground, because most of my monsters are pretty small. 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, staples. Just 8 spells. So we'll get on to the massive trap lineup of 15. 2 D-Prison, not 3, because they don't do anything against Inzector. Yay, Inzector. 2 Fiendish Chain. These do something against Inzector. This card's basically a staple now, so for the rest of this format, it'll probably be a good choice next format too, but it probably won't stay around 50 bucks like it is right now, which is, I think, is absurd for super rare. 2 Warning, staple. 2 Safe Zone. Fossil Dyna, Breaker, Gale, Thunder King. Safe Zone any of that, and it's usually a good game. It's just a very, very, very good card to have in an anti-meta deck. 1 Compulse, of course, because Compulse is Compulse, it's good. 1 Judgment. 1 Mirror Force, no Torrential Tribute. I like to keep my stuff on the field, and Torrential was dead a lot more than Mirror Force was, so I'll be just running one Mirror Force. One Dark Bribe, one Starlight Road. Again, I like the ratio. Dark Bribe is a more versatile Starlight Road, but Starlight Road is Starlight Road. I guess. One Dust Shoot, because it's the most broken trap in the game right now. Should probably get banned. And then, thanks to Schmerly, my tech of the YCS, main deck Chain Disappearance. Like King Tiger, Chain Disappearance hits pretty much everything this format. Everything usable. Chain Disappearance of Dragonfly, and pretty much good game. You can hit Wind Up Rat, Wind Up Magician, any plants, really. I haven't regretted maining this. Of course, it's not good against some decks, but for the majority of the meta, really a good card to use, and I would suggest it for pretty much any deck. That's the whole deck. I guess I'll show what I have of the extra deck right now. I have to borrow a Trish and some other stuff at the YCS, so I don't have those. My Catastor hasn't quite come in yet, should come in tomorrow. But I've got one Utopia, one Roach, one Leviair. I won't have a Zen mains. I can't afford that. One Leviathan, Stardust. The next card would be a Scrap Dragon. I'm gonna buy that at the YCS. Black Rose, Arcanite, Blackwing Armor Master, which has won me more games than any other Synchro. Bryonac, Gaia Knight, and Chimera Tech Fortress. The cards missing are, of course, Zen mains, Scrap Dragon, Trish, and Catastor. All of which I will have, except for Zen mains, of course. So, no worries there. It's just basically kind of generic. Now onto the side deck. We got Cyber Dragon, staple. 2 DD Warrior Lady, very underrated 1-for-1 removal card. Great against Rabbit, anything with big beaters. One Reaper, basically Rabbit, anything with a bunch of big beaters in the deck, I guess. I gotta proxy this one too. Banisher of the Radiance. I'm gonna be borrowing the one that's going in this slot from Glomp Panda at the YCS, so this is basically for Inzectors, plants, Dark World, anything like that. I actually side in a ton against Inzectors that banish. Banisher's a great card. 2 MST and a Heavy Storm. People like to side Decree, and Heavy Storm no one ever predicts coming out of this deck, so Game 2 and Game 3 they'll set a lot of cards. You know, not thinking Heavy Storm's going to be there, and then I'll pop a Heavy Storm on him. 3 Microcosmos, probably my favorite card in the side deck. For Dark World, Inzector, sometimes I side in maybe 1 against plants. I guess it's good against agents too, but mainly Dark World and Inzector and all that stuff. Oh, and Wind Up. Whenever I'm going first, I side in Banishers and Macro and stuff like that, but whenever they're going first, I just keep my Veilers in and stuff. 2 Bottomless, Dark World, Rabbit, anything with big beaters, anything that really Chain Disappearance is useless against, and Veiler. And finish it off, of course, with a second Chain Disappearance, because the card is awesome. And there you go. That's what I'm taking to YCS Atlanta. I'm not really looking for any suggestions right now, because the deck's kind of finalized. I'm happy where it is, and I just kind of want to get used to how it runs even more, so. But there you all go. Feel free to criticize me. Tell me I'm a noob for running whatever so-and-so card in the deck is.